bonjour, hello. I'm Kelsey, and this is...
Todd.
And this is...
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Joey.
Yep. And we are at Mocktail Mixery in Kamloops, BC.
On location at Mocktail Mixery in Kamloops, BC, which is incredibly exciting. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Tell us a little bit about what we got going on here.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we are brand new. We just opened on the 1st of December, and we are a store. We're located at 1150 Hillside Drive. So we're a retail store. Basically, we carry alcohol-free beverages, so wine, beer, spirits, and a lot of ready-to-drink beverages. And also we carry a lot of barware. So we got cocktail shakers, syrups, a lot of dehydrated garnishes, bitters, anything you need to up your bar game at home. And for those who are looking for an alternative beverage, we got all of that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what I found kind of exciting about, sorry, I didn't mean to steal it from you. Some of the barware is that it's not necessarily just for the alcohol-free drinks. Like I was looking at earlier at these little mixes for making a cocktail that you can mix with like actual alcohol.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So we're not a sobriety business. We're here for, we got everything for if you do drink spirits or non-alcoholic spirits or whatever in between. So we got everything that you need for basically your home bar, or if you're going for going out for a drink at a friend's house, or, you want to bring something special, we got it all. So that's kind of, yeah.
We're here to support your lifestyle choices. So whether you want to cut back on drinking or just drink on weekends or not drink at all, we've got everything you'd want here.
You don't mock us for not going wild anymore?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Because there is pressure to drink, especially around the holidays. Like people kind of like, they're like, yo, why are you, like, you used to be so fun. What happened? And, people get older and they get, it's just, you want to take care of your body a little more. And I think it's good to have something that looks like alcohol and you can kind of just fit in, because just walking around with like an empty cup of water is it just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
I think this is a good alternative.
That choice, and so we want to be able to give you an option to bring to a party, to carry around at an event, so you feel like you're part of the party, but you're not feeling the effects of the alcohol, whether you can't drink or you just decided not to drink. We've got something here for you that makes you feel like you're part of the event.
Nice. Yeah.
So what was it inspired you to, get into a shop like this?
So we also own an on-site winemaking facility called Wine Kits, which is right next door to us. And so what we thought is what we've been seeing is our existing customers have either cut back on their their wine making, or they can't make wine anymore, they can't drink wine anymore. They're looking for either lower alcohol options or no alcohol options, or their spouse or their partner can't drink, and so they're looking for something for them. There's been lots of different ways of them asking us for different options and stuff like that. So we we've always wanted to open up a retail store of, either barware or this or that. And so we thought, now that we were getting this, getting asked by our existing customers about all these, low alcohol, non-alcoholic options, we kept looking into it and we're like, you know what, maybe this is what we need to do. We need to incorporate that into our store as well. And so that's kind of how it happened. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know if there are other places like yours in town?
So as I know, we are the only place in Kamloops
Nice.
that offers the most wide a range of alcohol-free products.
Nice.
We kind of wanted to be that one-stop shop as well. So, now that we have all the barware and the ingredients and then, even some of the alcohol-free products can be used as mixes for your alcohol product, alcohol drink as well. So basically we wanted to be that one-stop shop.
Nice.
And I know that in BC, they just opened a zero proof bar in Kelowna. And also there's also one in Vancouver, I think. Yeah. So so they're popping up.
Oh.
It's happening.
Are you guys thinking of expanding into other towns, or?
We're getting this one off the ground first. Once that happens,
Slow down.
there's definitely a market for it. People are really, it's pent up demand that we've noticed. People have come in the door, and the first words they say to us is thank you, because they've had no other place to go, whether it be a supermarket that you've got a little bit here and there, but they've had to order things online and shipping costs and all of those things. So they haven't been able to get the products that they want. And they're so happy that we're open because they can come under one roof, get all the products that they need. So down the road, there's we'd definitely be thinking about it.
Yeah, we definitely. I mean, we've already seen the demand. I mean, we've only been open since the 1st, and we've already had to do a couple reorders of product, and and now we're like,
Are
and
you
it's
surprised?
Christmas. Yes, I'm very surprised.
Nice.
I'm
That's a good thing.
it's been really great. Like, honestly, the response has been great, and it's just been amazing to see people so excited and invigorated for a business, and they're here and they're also giving us suggestions, right? They're giving us suggestions. They come in and they're asking us like, oh, I've tried this. Can you get this in? Or, I ordered this. Can you try and get that for me? And we're like, sure. Like, this is all new to us too, but we want to grow this community, right? We want this community, so we want to grow it. So.
Well, one of the things that I think is interesting is that, I'm a bit of a beer guy, right? And so the last 5 years have been a really great time to see an increase in microbreweries and different kinds of beers and things like that. And yet, if you go looking for a no alcohol beer outside of a shop like this, it feels like there's a lot of limitations for what's available. You don't really go to a grocery store and hit that no alcohol section and find IPAs and stouts and things like that. And I would think that can be disappointing for those beer drinkers who are maybe looking for those options.
For sure. This place gives people an opportunity to explore a lot of different brands that some of the supermarkets and other places won't bring in. And so you've got a good amount of variety. And I think there's also a stigma attached to purchasing alcohol-free drinks. So some people don't want to go to the grocery store and buy one, but a store like this, it's this is what it's here for, and so they feel a lot more comfortable coming here and buying it because this is what the store is meant to do.
Why is there stigma to buying the O'Douls?
I think it's just the products originally weren't that good, and so it feels like to some people, I think they just remember back in the day when you had your O'Douls and it wasn't very good, and it was just looked upon like it wasn't a cool thing to do. But it's changed now. The buzzword, I guess, taking back drinking, and the word drinking shouldn't mean alcohol, but yet we attach that to the word drinking, that you are drinking an alcoholic beverage. So that's kind of the buzz in the community, is that you're taking back the word drinking.
Mm-hmm. It is weird how much drinking has historically been ingrained in social culture, that the idea of going out for a drink almost exclusively implies alcohol, not coffee or tea or, it's just...
I'm going for iced tea.
Right?
Yeah, you're not going for an iced tea.
Long Island iced tea.
Right? It's so true. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No.
No, never again. That was like those were like the only thing I knew how to order. I was like, either a beer or a Long Island iced tea. I had no idea what else was out there. Because guys would, anyway, it doesn't matter. So what are these?
Yes, we've got some things to sample here. Speaking of enjoying beverages,
yes, exactly.
we've got Moscow Mule. We have a Jelly King dry hopped sour. This is a margarita from Olay.
Lime?
Yes, and this is
Paloma.
And a
Paloma,
Paloma.
so that's grapefruits.
So that.
Should we have
Dig in.
Dig in, yeah, as it were.
Chug it.
We're gonna get some ASMR here. There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers.
Eager to try. I went with what is traditionally, a beer that I like, which is a sour. Well, that's really good.
I like it. I just make faces, but I like it.
So what we're doing today is what a buzzword that's in the industry right now is called sober curious. So people that are trying products out for the first time. So they do drink, or may have decided to not drink anymore, and now they're exploring that whole
Or a bit of both.
right.
Right.
alcohol-free industry.
Yeah.
And they're realizing that some of the products are
Nice.
on par with a lot of the alcohol products, or what they're used to.
So, what so far has been the most surprising thing that you've discovered since you've opened? Like, what went off the shelves faster than you expected, or a demand that you weren't able to fill?
Well, I would have to say probably the most surprising for us was the spirits.
Okay.
That was probably the
Ghosts?
yes, the alcohol-free spirits. So yes, so the alcohol-free spirits were probably the most surprising to us because, we just weren't sure what the demand was, and so we said, okay, we'll just start with a few of the alcohol-free spirits. Some gin, tequila, whiskey, and kind of just see how it goes. And honestly, within the first week and a half, they were gone.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, okay, Joey thought he was going to be dusting bottles.
Well, the reason is that the spirits are the furthest removed from its counterpart. So they don't actually make a spirit and then take out.
I was going to ask if you knew how they were
They
manufactured.
reconstruct the taste.
Right.
So each company has different ingredients to reconstruct that taste. So a simple example would be like tequila. So some companies will use black pepper to create that burn in your throat. Some will use like a cayenne pepper. So they're recreating the taste. So that's where I thought it would be the hardest to match up to somebody's experience with alcohol. And we were pleasantly surprised that, they're not meant to be standalone that you just sip on it. They're meant to be in cocktails.
Yeah.
But just the taste is very similar, a reminiscence of having an alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
And so that was the surprise.
And I didn't even think about the need to replicate the burn of it, but that's part of the whole alcohol experience.
Yes.
And without that, it is just going to taste like weirdly flavored water, right?
Yes.
The nice part is when they do put the ingredients back in to reconstruct this, they're putting one of the brands, they put B3 in, B6 vitamin, it's gluten-free, vegan.
And a lot of them have only 1 gram of sugar.
Yeah, so the sugars are down and they're putting good properties back into it to recreate that taste for you.
Have you heard feedback from anyone as far as what cocktails certain non-alcoholic spirits shine in? Is a whiskey sour work, or does it work better with a Coke and a Ryan Coke kind of a thing? Or have you heard anything from people? Or
I had a guy come in the other day and he bought one of the bourbons and he made an old fashioned with some of the old fashioned bitters and an old fashioned syrup that we stock. And he came back and I said, "How was the old fashioned that you made?" And he goes, "Amazing." He goes, "So good." He goes, "I had to come back and I had to buy another one." Like he was just, yeah.
So you already have like loyal customers.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
so it was
cool.
great. It was just really great to hear that feedback, you know, because it's nice to see that people are coming back already.
We had a gentleman that is now a regular customer, and he was ordering his products from Montreal, from a wholesaler in Montreal, and paying the shipping to get it out here. Like that's the kind of pent-up demand that really the market hasn't been able to catch up to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like if you want to get something and it's just, I mean, if it's done around, that's the next thing in line you got to do. You got to find
Amazon,
a
they're trying to find a company that ships out the product, but again, the costs.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's far away, like even, you know, it's something we found in this industry, transportation. So some companies don't want to bring their product into Canada because of Canadian winters. So it's not like alcohol, it will freeze. So use perishable products.
So wintertime is a lot harder.
Makes sense. I didn't even think about that either.
And we didn't know that either.
We didn't know that. We were just like, oh, right. Like we would
It makes
unbox
sense.
things when they would come, like shipments when they would come. And like inside every box of all the non-elk was also like those hot pads, like, you know, to keep
Okay.
They're
it,
still
to,
hot.
right?
Right.
So that it doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
Does it expire quicker or slower, or does it?
They
Vary.
all vary very much with, you know, their best before dates. I've noticed with a lot of the alcohol-free spirits, some of them are good. You need to, like, once it's open, you need to enjoy within, you know, 3 months to 6 months.
Yeah.
But then some of them are a year, you know, so it all varies with
Right.
what they're, yeah.
But some are exactly like their counterparts. So a bottle of wine, well, you're not going to take it past 2 or 3 days after you've opened it, because then it'll
Just
it'll
like
taste
wine.
Right.
Just like
Yeah.
wine. So
Huh.
yeah, there is expiry dates on them, but nothing to the point where it needs to be consumed in a short amount that you feel that it's.
Oh, I have no problem chugging this.
Yeah.
Consuming that before the
I'm
best
having a-
before.
Hard time not.
I know, you're like, hold on.
Yeah, it's good. Are these your favorite flavors? Is that why you chose those, or like what's your favorite? drink
Have you guys sampled a lot of what's in here?
Yes.
here? You have to.
Not always
Yeah.
yet, but we're
Not
trying.
all of it. We're trying. We're making a good effort.
Yes.
Yeah, I like these. I like some of the Gradient ones. That's a company from Calgary. I like theirs. I really like the Farming Karma. That one's really great as well. The Karma cocktails. They're delicious. And
try
some of the
whatever.
wine is very, very amazing. And especially because we own the on-site winemaking, wine kits, you know, we know the background of wine. So it's, for us, you know, we were like, okay, when we taste this wine, we got to just have a whole new experience, right? So you can't compare it apples to apples, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like, okay, it's a whole new experience for people when they are going to taste wine, if they're wanting it to taste like the wine that they have, right? So
Yeah.
it's come in here and it's an experience. And when you taste the wine, you know, a lot of the reds, yes, they definitely do have some dryness to them, but they're not going to be exact to the exact wine that you used to drink. So.
And you mentioned before we started recording that a lot of them are from BC or Canada as well.
Yes. So we do have there is one winery, or not a wine, well, I guess they are a winery, called Ones, and they make the first sparkling red and rosé from BC grapes. They also do sometimes have a red, but it sells out.
Sparkling red?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
And it is delicious.
Is it really?
Wow.
Yes, and it's got 0 carbs, 0 sugar.
That's the big thing. Zero
What?
carbs, zero sugar.
Yes.
Kind of hocus pocus crap is that?
Welcome to the 21st
Right?
century. Can't remember the
Right?
right century.
Yeah. So it's really good. Really good.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
even
they.
syrups that we have with 0 carbs, 0 sugars, made with monk fruit. So they're definitely putting better ingredients in, because part of people's lifestyle choices to maybe not drink is health-wise.
Yeah.
And
Totally,
so they're not only trying to cut out the alcohol, they're also trying to cut out some of the sugars.
Yeah.
And so the industry is really recognizing that and putting out some products that are healthier for you.
I heard not long ago that this new generation, Gen Z, no hate, I'm just...
There was a lot of hate in that look, I think.
I was loaded.
But drinking isn't so popular for those little guys.
Is that so?
Yeah.
That is
Interesting. I didn't.
so true.
Really?
That is really
I've
true.
never heard so many parents come in and say that their kids do not drink.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, which is
was
crazy.
very surprising.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. So a lot of young, and our clientele is not older people on medication or anything like that. It's younger people that come in that have making a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
And they don't want to drink.
So what beverages draw them then? Are they trying to get still like have a taste of beer or a taste of what?
It's a bit of both,
Yeah, they're
even.
doing everything.
Yeah.
They're still pretty adventurous in terms of what they like. They're trying different products. It's not, they're not just beer or just alcohol-free spirits or anything like that. They definitely have an array, and I think that's just a generation. The new generation is that they are not locked down to one particular item, like maybe generations prior that you're either a beer drinker, a wine drinker,
Yeah.
or a rum or rye or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now they spread their money around to different products.
And they like to make fancy cocktails.
Yes.
Is that a
it looks good on Instagram?
Yeah. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this
Very
is the whole
true.
thing. Want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
It's a thing. That's why I
It's a
got all the
thing.
pretty glassware.
Yeah. Do you mind? Can we?
Yeah, show off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
glassware.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always
Oh, and Joy, do you want to get them a shot of gin?
Also,
To try
the store
gin?
doesn't always look like this.
I'm gonna come with you. So you know. Last time we did this, you wandered off and kept talking, even though nobody could hear you.
Yeah, you could go away now. I have nothing to say right now.
But yeah, that's just some of the glassware there.
Cocktail mixers and
We were looking at this earlier too. These the smoking board.
Oh, yes.
For like a smoking, you would like light that up, and it would get all smoky, and then you would put a
Like
glass
the wood?
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, light the wood,
To
'cause
get
there's all different flavors of
like a
wood.
smoked kind of cocktail. That's apparently a whole thing now too.
Really? So, what are those things in this box here?
So that is a smoking saucer set. So it's from Spirits and Smoke. And anyway, so basically you would, underneath this little tab,
I think you
there's a
put one of those
screen.
things.
And there is different flavors of wood shavings. And so you'd put your wood shavings in there, light them with the butane torch, and then you'd either smoke the glass or the ice or your alcohol-free spirit or spirit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, so there's
then
different
there's-
types of wood on
And
this
then these
board.
are different types of
Oh my
wood. So then
God.
you'd, depending on what you kind of wanted that smokiness in your glass to be, you would light, cherry or maple or oak, and then you'd put your glass over top.
Holy. Yeah, if you're ever hosting a party and you're really fancy, swanky, bougie.
Yeah,
Very
get it,
bougie.
make it all smoky.
Yeah. Don't put that in your fireplace.
No, definitely not.
Don't do that.
It's not a fire starter.
It's not a fire.
No. And it would
Use
make.
it as a cutting board.
I imagine it would make like some very aggressive smells if you burned it all at once.
Yes, it would make some very aggressive smells, yes. But it might be okay.
I see we've added something to
We
the table
did.
here.
We gave you something.
Oh.
Your first taste of alcohol-free spirit.
Okay, what are we?
It's a gin.
And it's a gin.
Okay.
I'm really scared. I'm so scared of gin, even if it's not real.
I'm really excited actually.
So give
Are
it
we
a
gonna-
smell.
It
Yeah.
smells really light and crisp.
Interesting. It doesn't even smell like gin.
No.
Faintly it does. You're not going to cheers me?
Some
Oh,
will,
I thought you wanted me to smell it.
some will have more juniper in it, and that will give you more of that,
Right.
that true gin taste or smell.
So some are more. Every company is different.
Again, it's not meant to be on its own. It's meant
So
to be
in a cocktail.
So
Yeah.
tonic.
That would be good in a gin and
Does
tonic
this
for
have
sure.
pepper in it?
So each one will recreate different
Yeah.
tastes, and one of the ways for this company
Yeah.
was with a little bit of pepper in there.
Yeah, pepper at the end there. Yeah.
Okay, but I hate gin, but I love this.
Right? So many people said they love it.
It's just how
I'm
they
very
recreate
confused.
the taste.
Right.
Yeah.
They're using they lean on certain ingredients a little more than others, and so finding your particular brand that you like, just like in the alcohol world, is the way you should work your spirits to find an alcohol-free spirit that you want. Because again, each company will have a different recipe to create it, and they'll use different ingredients that you like or may not like. And so it's a matter of finding the ingredients that you do like or the recipe that you do like. And now you've got an alcohol-free spirit that you can put in any mocktail you want. So you don't lose that having to drink if you want to still have them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about that just that peppery. And the thing is, okay, I don't like gin and I don't like pepper. Like I hate.
How did that
How did that
So, but I
happen?
love that.
Well, there you go.
Right?
What's happening?
I'm not a gin drinker, but for me, that was my favorite out of the three that I've tried. Lindsay's a gin drinker. She
Yeah.
liked a different brand that had more.
That had more of the
taste.
juniper taste,
Okay.
and I
Yeah.
was like, I love that.
Oh.
Because
She's
I
an
love
authentic
gin.
Drinker. I'm a one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
confused.
So, if someone out there is like curious about, trying out, say, alcohol-free cocktails, how would you recommend they sort of start on that journey?
I think you just have to buy one, right? Just start with whatever,
Yeah.
right? And buy whatever you think is going to appeal to you the most, and start there. I mean, it's a thing, right? Because as Joey and I, we both still partake in, alcohol and alcohol-free products. So we do both. And so, it's just, you got to just start somewhere. It's, buy one, try it out.
And
See
have
if
an
it-
open mind that you're recreating the experience. You've taken away the alcohol out of it, so you're getting good benefits from whatever you're drinking. So just have an open mind of the taste, and a lot of it is the ritual. So
Right.
whether you want to have a glass of wine after work, or whatever it is, or a beer after you mow the lawn, you're trying to recreate that experience.
Yeah.
So it's not so much about the exact taste, and you shouldn't try to compare the two together, because they're not going to be equal. But you are getting the same things or the same experience out of the alcohol-free without the hangover, the headaches, the in
cops.
bed till 3 in the morning. Yeah. Yes.
All the things.
All the
I mean,
things
depending
that
on
go
how you
wrong.
spend the night, you could still involve the cops.
I don't know.
We all have those stories.
I don't.
Have you guys found yourselves just since opening that you're beyond just doing the obvious tasting to sort of get to know your supply?
Yeah.
Are you drinking more non-alcoholic beverages?
Well, I would think we don't really drink that much. Like
To begin with.
to
Yeah.
begin with, we
Yeah.
don't. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time.
Right.
And we have a
And-
4-year-old that wakes up really early.
Oh yeah, that would. Nobody wants to drink before that. No.
And that's actually one of the stories. A lady came in and said, I'm in my 30s, but I can't drink anymore because I can't deal with that in the morning to be hungover and to look after my child. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I've made a lifestyle choice that I just don't drink as much, and so but I still enjoy the ritual of it, or
Yeah.
being
Like
part
socially
of the
we
group.
will.
Yeah.
Right? We're not the ritual people who need a drink after we get off work or anything.
Right.
But socially, yes, we will. And we do a bit. We've brought alcohol-free products to a Christmas party or that kind of thing, and so.
I feel like this is a good way to pace yourself
Yes.
because
Yes.
you're like, oh my god, it's like I know myself on New Year's and Halloween, so I have to pace myself.
Or
and
the people you're
eat.
with, right?
Eat
or
well.
or the crowd you're
But
with,
this,
right?
like,
Well, people do that. They'll have
In between,
one alcohol drink,
have-
and then they'll have a couple of
Yeah, exactly.
alcohol-free drinks.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, exactly. They're pacing it, but they don't actually have to, take little sips to slow down their drinking. They can still drink at the same pace, but now they've substituted in the alcohol-free. So now, during the course of the night, you've only had 2 drinks, but you've had really 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And so
But your tummy is just like,
yeah,
that's
you're
enough.
not paying the price
Yeah.
the next
That's
day
good.
or that
Yeah.
night.
And that's also the interesting thing about a lot of the alcohol-free spirits companies is that on their websites, a lot of them will have recipes for cocktails, but they'll give you recipes on how to do it either 0 proof or do 1 for 1. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like do 1 ounce of this, 1 ounce of like alcohol-free spirit, 1 ounce
yeah.
of, yeah. So they'll give you like recipes for all the different options for people, right? So it's really great. It's very inclusive.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing about
Good.
it.
I was going to ask if that worked conceivably, like having like a half ounce of whiskey and a half ounce of no alcohol whiskey. Does it blend okay in a cocktail?
I would think it would
sure.
very much
Yeah.
well. Because a lot of the alcohol-free spirits are obviously reconstructed to still contain those great flavors
Yeah.
and elements of, the alcohol spirit without the booze, right? So they do pair very nicely together. Yeah.
And when you are venturing into alcohol-free spirits, it's just like when you first started out with alcohol, you need to understand where your palate is. So whether you want a half an ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce drink, whatever you would enjoy. So it's the same thing with the alcohol-free spirits. So, you maybe 1.5 ounces is what you'd like in your drink, and that makes your gin and tonic great. Or 2 ounces or half ounce. So it's trial and error, and you just like how you learned the alcohol side of things, should be your approach in the alcohol-free spirits.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Prices are not bad. I was just oogling at the numbers. Yeah, they're good prices.
Yeah, it for the wine, it actually is more expensive to produce alcohol-free wine than it is regular wine.
Well, because it's an additional step,
It's
right?
an additional
Yes.
step, exactly. So they are fermenting out the grapes, and they are then removing the alcohol from
Yeah.
the product. So it's that one extra step,
Yeah.
for sure. And people need to understand that it's not as big, this industry is not as big yet as the alcohol industry.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's not as many producers, they're all smaller scale producers. So the price point is going to be higher. It's just like
Yeah.
if you were to take a wine from California or Australia where they produce, millions, and then you take a small winery in Kamloops, well, the price point is going to be different just in the fact that the costs are higher.
But not a whole lot higher, in my opinion.
No, they're not a whole lot higher.
No.
No, I think they're on par with their counterparts.
Yeah.
the alcohol.
It seems to be, yeah.
For sure.
Does the beer manufacturing work the same way, that it's like made as beer and then the alcohol's removed, do you know?
No, they'll craft it a different way.
A different way.
Okay, so it's, yeah, interesting.
But a lot of the producers actually, so one of the new ones we're getting out of Calgary, they produce the alcohol. They started off in the alcohol realm, and now they've seen the demand for the non-alc product, and so now they're producing that version of it too. And it's a lot easier in the beer industry and craft brewing because they all have such unique flavors anyways. So it's easier to replicate that taste without the alcohol.
Right. So it's really only the wine that goes through the regular process.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
that we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, with the wine, the process is going to get, it's going to get more and more technical as the years go on.
Right.
And so, the wine will improve because, I'm sure, I don't know if you've heard, but people say, oh, I've had alcohol-free wine from the grocery store and it's awful, right? And so,
What does it taste like?
well, they say it tastes like grape juice, right?
I like grape juice.
I know.
I think sometimes, though, they get confused by, like, there's the fake, like, sparkling grape juice.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people see that and think, like, oh, that's the alcohol-free wine in the grocery store.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not
That's
really,
wine.
yeah.
That's not
Well,
wine.
some people get confused that you can just get a wine and just take the alcohol out and it should taste exactly the same as its alcohol
Yeah.
counterpart. But you are removing two of the major components when drinking wine.
Yeah.
So sugars and the alcohol.
For sure,
That's what
yeah.
tastes
Yeah.
on your front of your
Yeah.
palate.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you're drinking wine, alcohol-free wine, it's going to be on the back of your palate and it's going to taste lighter because you've now taken two of the main ingredients
Components.
out.
It'd be neat to do a stream and see how it's all done.
Right?
Hint,
Maybe
hint.
we can arrange that down the road.
we can maybe do that.
Because
yeah.
we've done that at, where did we go? It was in Kamloops. We went to a winery and we went to the back rooms
Oh
and
yeah,
saw
we went to
Monty Creek.
Monty Creek. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so we kind of saw
what happened?
Yeah. So it'd be neat to see how you guys do it.
Well, they don't
Yeah.
make their own wine here.
No.
Oh.
Or do you?
We
Well, I
don't-
mean, not the
not-
wine.
not-
You make the wine,
not-
but
we
not.
make wine. We
yeah,
make the
yeah, yeah.
alcohol wine, but not the. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. There's big players in the de-alcoholized wine. Like there's certain ones that are really good at it, and so they're
Most of the big players, though, are not in Canada. They're in either
Australia or Spain.
Oh.
California.
Yeah.
Wow.
or France or Germany.
Just because they've been doing it a
That's-
lot longer. We're 2 years behind.
Yeah. Australia is a big wine growing
Yeah.
Region.
in-
Yeah, they
region.
have-
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So a lot
so-
of
But BC is trying, the ones for them to be producing with BC grapes is phenomenal. I think they're a trend center in terms of filling a need in a market, in the Canadian market. That's for sure. Because people love local stuff.
is there something?
No, it's just dog hair. You guys can keep talking.
Dog hair.
Is there anything that you haven't gotten yet that you kind of would like to get your hands on that you weren't sure would be popular or?
I think for me, some of the spirits that we haven't been able to get
Yes.
yet. There's versions of amaretto and Kahlua.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah.
so coffee liqueur. And then some of the big names. So because the space is getting recognized by the big players, people like Guinness, we'll be getting Guinness in January. They have a 0 proof. Captain Morgan Spiced Rum has a 0 proof.
Oh,
Those are
wow.
all in the U.S.
Yeah.
and Tanqueray does too. Tanqueray Gin.
But it's just like waiting
But
on.
trying to
when
get
you
your
can
hands on that because not somebody has to bring it into Canada, and not all the suppliers are dealing with the Canadian market. We're just a smaller market compared to the U.S.
Right.
Yeah. So then some of them are just like, we're not ready to do that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we just saw that actually, White Claw
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
in the States. So in the States, they're releasing a 0 White Claw
Huh?
in January.
4 flavors.
So I'm like, okay, well, we'll probably be a year.
Right.
So we're hoping somebody brings that in so we can
Bring
get
that
from
in.
Them. Yeah.
Because that's what we hear, right? People are like, do you have anything like close to a White Claw? I'm like, no, there's nothing like because they have a distinct, right? Like
Yeah.
there's a very distinct taste.
And I even remember it was a big deal when White Claw finally came to Canada.
Yeah. So I think we'll probably be a year, I would say, before we see it.
Before it comes mainstream.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, White Claws, everybody loves White Claws.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is that when these big players start to come in the market, the quality goes up because they have perfected the recipe. So it's easy for them to just take the alcohol out and to produce it because they don't have to replicate somebody else's version of it.
Right.
So when they bring it in, it's almost authentic. We had a gentleman that did order the Captain Morgan's spiced rum, and he said it was amazing. He's a spiced rum guy and loves it.
I'd be really curious to taste what some of the big players,
Yeah.
because
Right?
I think it would be a bigger challenge for them to distill the essence of a brand, an existing brand. Whiskey in general is one thing. Like, this is gin, but it's not trying to be a specific
A
brand.
gin, yes.
So I think that would be really, really interesting to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how closely
Right.
it mimics.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll have
Yeah,
to drop
like
by whenever you guys
Tanqueray.
get those.
I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, for sure. Please do.
Stop in from time to time.
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah, you got the Captain Morgans yet? No, see you next time.
What about a vodka? Because to me, vodka is just like
It's water with a
so
bird.
Basic. Yeah.
And I'm
it's-
not sure.
And it's not. it's
Because it's tasteless.
There's
that's
nothing
what it
really
says.
for
There's
them.
nothing
You
there
don't-
to recreate.
There's nothing for them to recreate,
Yeah, that's why
right?
there
It's
is
kind
no
of like,
vodkas on the market.
oh, okay.
So
yeah.
anything that
I
has
was
a
just trying to
flavor,
picture-
then they're trying to recreate it. But
I was just thinking
anything
they'd
that
just
doesn't,
make it burn.
right?
pretty much.
That would be it.
Burn water.
Because it doesn't really taste like
Yeah.
anything.
No, it's
sanitizer.
Yeah.
you basically.
I don't know. That tastes like tequila, or not tastes like tequila. It smells like tequila. A lot of the hand sanitizers.
Oh
The
yeah.
bad ones.
Oh yeah.
But I guess if you wanted to, capture a vodka cocktail without vodkas, you would just add some water to your orange juice.
Or whatever, yeah.
Or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make it slightly watery.
That's not bougie.
No, that's not bougie. What is bougie is we did get edible glitter in
What?
What?
Where?
over there.
I've never seen it in my
It's
real
like
life.
Okay,
a
can you
snow
grab it,
globe
Joey?
For
Yes.
your drink.
Edible glitter for your drink.
Oh my god.
Well, this is-
I'm pretty sure you've
this has been
seen
a little
pictures
popular
of it in a drink.
I saw like gold glitter.
Yeah, so this is a diamond one. Yeah.
Can you wear it on your eyelids?
I don't know, but I would like
And then
to.
someone could lick
How
it off your
pretty it
eyelids.
is.
Yeah. Hold on, you guys.
You gotta put it up there and show them.
I can't. Oh, I don't want to show the brand.
I know, how do you?
Can you put your finger over the brand?
Okay.
Right?
It's so glittery.
Okay, explain. So, what is the purpose of putting sparkles in your drink?
It
To
looks
make it
cool.
bougie. Like
Yeah.
you were talking about being bougie. That is
Okay.
bougie.
It has nothing to do with like making your toilet sparkle.
No.
Well, I'm not sure. We were actually I
This
was
is like
actually
a
talking
snow
about
globe
this
drink.
to another lady the other day, and she goes, "Well, does it come out?"
That's
The other-
an excellent question.
Do you know that?
I don't know. I
Oh,
said,
you
I
have
said,
to do your
I know. I
research.
said I have to. I guess I'm gonna have to do some
Sprinkle it
experimenting.
in.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hope it does. It would make the whole process a whole lot more fun.
Would it not?
You can really write your name in the snow. It'd be so beautiful.
Well, I hope it doesn't come out that end.
I would.
That would be a little freaky. Maybe it would. I don't know. How would that work?
Yeah.
I
don't
kind
know
of
if
want to
it's
sneak
small
it into
enough.
my kids' drink now.
But I mean, honestly, it's so pretty.
It is.
Yeah.
And if you look on Instagram, they have these really cool drinks that they're making. They're putting little
my
pieces
God.
of pine needles
Right?
inside and making it almost look like a snow globe. while
Right.
you're drinking.
People are probably like, "What the hell's in here? Heck, what's in here? What is it? What is in here?" Because
It originally, I
can't-
think, came from the baking industry, the pastry industry.
Yes, it came
Oh,
from
that
the
would make
baking
sense. That
industry,
would make
right?
sense.
So it
The little-
became
the
so
little
like it
gold
came
dust
from
or-
so
the
what's
baking.
it made from?
I'm trying to remember what
I'm
they.
being a
De-alcoholized glitter.
Yes, I'm not really sure. It's vegan and gluten free
Ooh, that's
and
good to know.
kosher.
Another Canadian company, right?
Yeah, another Canadian company.
Okay, cool.
They're out of Winnipeg.
Egg.
Yep.
I don't mean to grill you. I'm sorry.
No, I
You're
unfortunately.
paid to do, Kelsey.
To be continued. I will look that up.
Maybe we'll come back for a science-focused
If anybody
episode
comments
on.
on the YouTube, then I'll give you guys
I
the.
wanna,
Give us the lowdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can be like, this
I'm gonna
is
come
what's
back.
in it.
I'm gonna buy this.
Lots of
Right?
balls here.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back.
Excellent. Sorry.
I'll put it back.
I know.
Oh, you got more colors?
Yes, I know.
Oh my god.
Right? I know.
Blue.
Just in time for Christmas.
You have blue, bronze, pink, and pink. Pink.
Pink punch.
Oh, pink punch. Sorry.
Punch is like more of a reddy pink.
Right.
I just like the names because the pink is lollipop.
Okay.
That's the other thing. The beer industry is had a lot of fun with the names. So this one company in Calgary, they've just got these great names for all their different beers, and they're just fun because the industry they wanted to make be very playful and enjoyable, and so they're trying to break down a lot of the stereotypes and just make it a fun thing. So it's great to see people having fun with the industry and with the products.
You've mentioned a lot of cocktails and drinks and stuff popping up on Instagram. Are you guys on Instagram at all to promote
Yes,
this?
we are.
Because it seems like if that's where cocktails are being talked about.
Yes, we are on Instagram and Facebook.
Our
Mocktail
website is under
Mixery.
construction. We're not quite there yet. We
Okay.
just wanted to get open. We couldn't wait any longer for this.
We were just like, get the doors open and that's it. We will figure everything else out. Yeah.
afterwards.
Our
Well-
website, if you go to our website, it has a landing page, and that's it right now. It's happening.
This would be absolutely the best time, I think, to open and to like announce your presence is just before all those Christmas parties are happening. Before people are like, I don't want to drink this holiday, but I got to go to this party at the office or whatever, and I don't want to blah blah blah. Now there's options.
And also Dry January is coming.
Dry January is coming.
Right?
That's true.
Try February.
Dry January, Dry February now,
Jesus.
right?
October.
How much dry do we need here, people?
There's 3 months
Hey.
of counting now.
It's during the most depressing months of the year,
Right?
too. It's
I know.
Why then?
I know. But,
Maybe
yeah.
that's why.
Maybe that's why. Yeah. Don't make it
We had
worse.
too much fun in December, so now we got to,
Yeah.
we got to dry out in January.
Hangover January, we'll call it.
Yeah, really, right? Yeah, I know. But anyway, so that's kind of why we also wanted to open. We were just like December and then January.
Let's work
Yeah.
out the kinks and get open.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But business-wise, I think this is a smart move. It's like the right time for this demographic or whatever. Like this
I would.
alcohol-free.
I think
bougie
so.
drinking.
Yeah, like honestly, so
It-
many people
'cause-
have come in here and they're like, there was no better time for you guys to open up. They're like, this is perfect timing for you guys because it's just on the tip of like, people are
Yeah.
looking for different options, and that generation is the Generation Z that's not partaking in the alcohol, but they are looking for, what am I going to? I still want to have a drink.
Yeah, they want to have a drink with their vape.
100%. Or their gummies.
Yeah. It's not bad.
They're doing
actually.
other things, and then they want, so they don't want to combine the both,
Right, no.
Right. No, that's
no.
a good point, too.
right?
Yeah.
They don't want
You
to.
shouldn't.
They don't want to do both.
Yeah.
They want to just do one, and then, but still be able to go and social, go
Yeah.
out socially.
Have a whiskey sour or a beer or whatever.
Whatever,
while
but
they're-
it's not going to interfere with my high, I guess.
as the kids are
I
saying
don't
these
know
days.
really what. I don't know. I don't know what we're allowed to talk to. What are we allowed to talk about on here?
As long as you don't swear, we're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's good because I'm like, I don't know what.
I did already.
Kelsey did already. I think. Well, I won't say it again, but I think that one might be okay.
What, crap?
No, don't start tempting the censors, please. So we still have a couple minutes to kill.
I want to know, like, what's your background? What did you do before this? Were you a business owner before?
Well, yeah. So we've owned wine kits for it'll be 6 years in March. But before that, Joey had a company. He had a countertop company, so he did stone, marble, and quartz countertops.
Huh? No.
No,
No,
well,
Okay.
the real stuff.
the real stuff. Yeah.
Fair
so
guess, though.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
had that for 10 years, and I was the marketing coordinator for Sun Rivers. And so I was there, and then Joey sold his business. And then we were kind of looking for a business or something to do together. And then
cute.
wine kits came for sale, and so we bought that. And then we already had this space available to us because it was part of our wine production. So we had shelves in here and was wine production and everything in here. And so we already had the space, and there was just like paper on the windows, and we had and so we thought, why not? Let's just,
Yeah.
You know
we
what?
never utilized the storefront, so we decided we were trying to find another business because we had our customers talking about other options, and so then we just made it a little more efficient with our shelving and created the space. And once we created the space, then we started looking into the different products that we wanted to carry, and then we started researching the non-alcohol-free products and realized what a big market it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the demand. And we knew it was there, but we didn't realize
How much.
big it was.
Yeah.
It was the pent-up demand was surprising for me. And
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of businesses, and that was just
Get used
took
to
me
it.
by surprise.
Yeah. We were like, okay, wow.
Yeah.
We got to make some plans. We got to hire people.
Yeah, when I first saw, I saw it on Facebook, and my first thought was like, "Wow, what an interesting idea!" And like, also, wow, it's surprising that it hadn't already happened a little bit. Like, it doesn't pop into head immediately, but as soon as you hear about it, you're like, oh, "Well, yeah, obviously." To me, at least.
Yeah.
We've had customers come in and say, I had this idea in 2018, but nobody's, it takes money to do it. It takes time and effort and all that. And
Finding the distributors and everything else. Yep.
Yeah. And it's always a gamble. You don't know.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I think people thought this was a very small space and that, there wasn't the demand enough to support a business. And so a lot of people would shy away from it, even though they thought it was a good idea. Again, it's putting money up is scary thing.
For sure. I imagine though that like the fact that you already had the space obviously made that initial business starting hurdle
Yes.
The
a lot
risk factor
easier.
was a
Yeah,
bit.
the risk factor was
lower
lower
for
because
sure.
we didn't have to go and find a space and then
Yeah.
have to do all the things you have to do when you open up a business, and so we already had the space, so it made the decision a lot easier. That we
Yeah.
were just like, okay, we just need the product and the name, and
then if it failed, you had.
we could
Fine, you
exactly.
put it back
I'm not
so-
saying
Cover up the window.
but I don't think that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Actually happened. Just erase it out.
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened.
Never did.
Gaslighting as a business strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's fine. Yeah.
Tripping
So
out.
yes, the pressure was definitely off to open it up. So that made it a lot easier to pull the trigger on it for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's been so successful so far because I do think it's a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really great.
I don't know how often new businesses are so successful in their first month. I feel like it's like more rare for that to happen.
I don't even know because like
the
I think
first
the-
year is supposed to be like
Yeah, usually
you're supposed to suffer.
In business school, you'll learn that you don't start turning your profit till 3 years down the road.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of bills in the beginning and not that much at the end of the day. But
I feel like you're on a good
I
incline.
think when you're the first in the market, that is a huge advantage.
Totally.
Because everybody's trying to play catch up to you. And so we're fortunate enough that we were able to have the right circumstances to open this up. And we are first to market in a standalone store like this.
And it's good to know that you guys listen to your customers and you're willing to, take their suggestions and do the research for them.
yeah. We want it to be a community. We want people to come in here and feel like you're heard, and we want and to help us grow our business and vice versa, right? So rather than just going into a store and because I really love being customer service oriented, like that. I love doing that, and being able to listen to a customer and be like, okay, oh well, how about this, or
Nice.
help them out, right? Well, and that's what we do on the wine kit side too.
Yeah.
I mean, our customers become our family,
Right.
right? They become part of our family 100%.
It's refreshing to have people in customer service that actually like it.
Yeah.
Like,
It is becoming a lost art.
yeah. It truly is. Yeah.
So you clearly take pride in what you do.
100%.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
We love what
good.
we do.
Oh,
yes.
good.
We love it. Yes.
Do you
And-
love it?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. What's the time? I love knowing what time it is.
It is 6:28.
Cool. Do you guys want to say hi to your
A little early for mom and dad talk.
What's that?
It said it's a little early for mom and dad talk. We normally end the episodes by telling everyone to say hello. I shouldn't say we. Kelsey ends the episodes by inviting people to say hello to their moms.
Want to say hi to your mom and dad?
Hi, Mom. Oh, we're going to show this to Connor. Hi, Connor.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah. Oh yeah, your baby.
He loves
Yes.
YouTube. We put him on kids' YouTube.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
likes
nice.
it.
This is flagged not for kids, unfortunately, so it won't come up on his timeline.
Yeah.
But
Well,
but a great spot for last minute Christmas gifts. You've got plenty of drink options plus the glassware, all kinds of things for
For your home bar.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for even if you are like you still want to have a cocktail, lots of like alcoholic cocktail
Options.
stuff here too. Yeah.
And making mulled wine, like infusion, jars to make mulled wine,
Yeah.
which is a very popular thing during the holiday season.
Excuse me. These are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sangria,
Okay.
but you can make your own sangria.
So yeah, you just
you
fill
put
that
a
up or
bottle
something,
of
or
wine in there and infuse it for 3 days.
Company out of Vancouver.
A bottle.
Great.
A whole bottle of wine fits in there, and then
Just like a smaller.
Just a regular bottle of
750
Okay, I
mil,
don't know.
Put it in your fridge. Let it sit there for 3 days.
and then strain
it
off.
out,
Yeah, strain off the liquid, and then put the liquid back in the jar, and then
you
put it
have
back in
sangria.
sangria.
Wow.
They've created the recipe for you,
Yeah.
That's
and they
pretty
made
cool.
it easy enough. They actually have the container for you too.
I like that idea.
That was
actually.
definitely one thing that was like flying off the shelf when, this is the second order I had to do, because what is today? The 18th today? Yeah.
So were the majority? Do you know if the majority of the items that were sold were they more gifts, or were people like, "Ooh, mine," or was it for?
I think it was okay. So people who bought that, like the infusion jars and all that, that was definitely more giftware. But then I would say more people came in just for the
themselves?
alcohol-free.
Greedy. No, I was joking.
Well, they're like holiday
Well,
party.
Finally, they don't have to
Yeah,
order it
yeah.
online. They
Yeah.
can actually touch and feel it and see it. And then also coming here, they get some information that they wouldn't find at a grocery.
Right, they can ask
store.
you questions about the products and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So they
for sure.
can find out, or usually you're not getting a huge description online, so at least you can come in and talk to somebody and ask different questions. You can't do that interaction on a website.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I'm gonna give you the microphone. I'm gonna go look at where time it is at on the camera.
So, what's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song? Oh,
Well, our
God.
son loves Jingle Bells and We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Yes, that's what he
Oh
loves.
yeah, those
He did
are.
that for his
Christmas concert? It was so cute. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
He sings it to us on the
was
way
he an
home
elf?
every
What did he dress up as?
No, they just said they were just. He wanted to just wear one.
He's in daycare, but he calls it school.
He calls
Well,
it school.
It's more like work. He's practically a man.
I know. Yeah, no, so he basically wanted to just wear his one little shirt his button-up shirt. I bought him this other Christmas one, and he was like, "No, Mom, I just want to wear that plaid shirt, that one." I'm like, "Okay, it's not Christmassy at all, but that's fine."
Plaid, yeah.
Yeah. I said, "Okay, well that's fine. You can wear that."
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
4 going on 14.
Yeah,
Some days.
he just needs a tool belt.
He says, "Can I come to work with you?" I'm like, "No."
But it's alcohol free.
I know. Well, I know.
Stuff.
I know.
Actually, that's great advertising.
Give him a shot.
He knows the name of the store.
Right.
He'll tell you exactly where we work. So it's great.
See, it's alcohol free. My baby's right
And
there.
my baby's drinking
Out
it.
the window. Sales go through the roof.
A big bottle of spirits in his hand.
Pour the shots.
No hangover.
Exactly. I guess it's interesting because I remember when my kid was quite young, and I was at the liquor store just buying whatever I was buying, and I thought it would be funny to like give my money to my kid and let my kid pay for it. They're like, no, I can't take the money because like then
yeah.
legally,
Oh, right.
I'm legally selling it to the kid at that point. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah, no,
you would
that's a
not
big-
you would not
big
have that
no-no.
problem here.
No.
No, no problem.
No
Yeah,
problem at all.
not a problem.
Cool.
I'll have to bring my kid here and let them buy it's like baby's first whiskey or whatever.
Don't put that on Instagram.
Because how old are your kids?
12.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there you go. Yeah. But that is the nice thing, though, is that with like even some of the sparkling de-alcoholized wine, is that family celebrations can be family celebrations, right?
Yeah.
Everybody can partake in the celebration, and it's not, oh, you can have, and then it's not so like, oh, well, mom drinks that and dad, it's a very, everyone's included.
Yeah. So
In
there's
the
some great
celebration.
sparkling wines, some champagnes.
Yeah.
That everybody can have, and so it's not segregated in terms of the non-drinkers and the drinkers have two different
Yeah,
in
yeah,
their
yeah.
glass, and even the children. Everybody can have the same drink, and it feels like they're all part of the celebration.
That's super nice.
I was always like put at the kids' table.
But that's what, yeah, right? Yeah, which is fine. I mean, you could still be part of the celebration, even if you're at the kids' table.
You didn't like that.
No, but I was like a grown up at that point.
You're like, I'm still put at the kids' table.
But in a lot of families, there is the differentiation. If you're not drinking, then you're not part of the main celebration. And
Exactly.
It's not like that.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
But now everybody can be.
Yeah.
You can buy something that everybody can enjoy. And, a lot of families have non-drinkers that are coming over for the holidays, and they haven't had anything really celebratory to give them. Who wants juice or pop or
True.
water?
Exactly.
Yes.
So at least now,
Good point.
everybody's having the same drink, and everybody feels that they're
Or you're sitting at the
doing a
table.
toast at midnight for New Year's or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They all feel included.
Yeah.
And that does, what you were just saying about like juice or pop, when you're at a party with other adults and you're not drinking and that's sort of what you're offered, it does almost feel a little infantilizing.
Yes.
Like almost like they're treating you like a kid. It's like,
Yeah.
would you like a glass of milk?
Yeah.
like it would be nice if there were more, and there are clearly now more
Options
options
for
for these
people.
sorts of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Stigmatized.
Yes, exactly.
That
That's
was the
not-
word I was
that's
like
not
trying to
stigmatizing
think of.
people.
Trying to think of that word.
And like just like
10
Joey
minutes.
said, taking back the word drinking, right?
Yes.
Like we were talking about, and like so someone says to you, "Are you having a drink tonight?" Well, yes, I am having a drink tonight. I'm having my
Wine,
beer, my beer. I'm
Yeah,
having.
drink.
I am drinking, right? So it's not. You're like, oh no, I'm not drinking tonight. No,
Yeah.
and then people look at you oddly.
You're like, what
Well,
do
would
you
you
want?
like a juice or a pop?
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh, are you okay?
Are you pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Right? That's a huge thing.
fail.
As a
It's like-
woman.
No, but that's happened so often.
Right?
Right?
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. Doesn't matter where you go. If you're out for at a restaurant and you see someone and they say, or they're going somewhere and they're like, "Are you drinking?" No. Well, are you pregnant? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up
Weird
with
that
you?
it's that weird for people to hear that they have to jump down a weird rabbit hole of like, why?
Right.
This is the only reason I can think of. Like a doctor must have told you to stop drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why else would you not be? You know?
But when you tell people like, "Oh, I'm not smoking anymore," they're like, "Yeah, good for you."
Right?
It's
Yeah.
like,
Isn't that?
Yeah, or-
but
or
that's
yeah.
the crazy thing too, right?
Yeah.
In our
Yeah.
society, it's like, "Oh, you're not drinking? Oh, what? Are you okay? Are you sick?
yeah, but you're not smoking. Oh, good.
Well, good for
Yeah.
you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a vape.
Yeah.
The Globe and Mail did an article, and they kind of put it in, I think, summed it up really well in terms of that they said that the alcohol-free industry is now not for just pregnant women and recovering alcoholics.
Right.
It's a mainstream thing. And now I think it's more acceptable to make lifestyle choices.
Like
Whereas
healthy
before,
lives.
there had to be a reason why you made that choice.
Yeah.
If you wanted to stop drinking, what's the problem? How come? Did the doctor tell you? Do you just
You had to
Yeah.
kind of only do
recovery?
it privately and then still
Yes.
publicly
Yeah.
Now
have a
it's
cocktail.
acceptable. If you decide you don't want to drink, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's just your choice, which is great.
Not choosing not to drink and choosing not to go out because of drunks is a completely
Yes.
different thing.
Yes, completely different.
Yeah.
Avoiding
Yes.
bad situations is a different
Yeah.
story.
Yes.
There's nothing worse than being sober around a bunch of hammered
Right?
like
Yes.
weirdos.
But a lot of people make those choices if they're going to go to a party or not, and they're worried about, well, if I'm not drinking at a party, or people are playing cards or whatever, and everyone else is drinking and you're not drinking, you feel like you're just not part of what's going on,
Yeah.
and so you just don't go,
Yeah.
right? You're just like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. You have to be on the same page as them.
Yes.
Same channel.
Yeah, but now you can.
Now you can. All right. We can wrap it up.
Oh, but yeah. So, what's your favorite Christmas song? 'Cause-
Mine?
Yes.
Do I have to have one?
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas song? Oh my.
Probably
answered. It's
Yes.
okay.
I know. Okay, I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
12
oh
Days of
gosh.
Christmas because it's annoying.
Which one?
12 Days of Christmas because it's annoying.
Oh. Okay. My
What's yours?
The whole album of Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I suggest you listen to that if you want to get in the festive mood. Listen to that. Come here, buy a bunch of stuff, but don't buy everything because you need it for other people too.
I think your
We promise we'll get more.
I think.
Is there booze in there?
Oh yeah, we gotta go.